Hey folks, April 12th, 2023, standing at the top of the key, Rotoball Patch compound. We'll give you just a general look at things today, talk about what kind of nonsense I'm doing down there, why it may make sense, why it might not be a bad idea, and just get a general look over all things. We're also going to go downstairs in the basement, check out those starts. Starts are starting to look pretty doggone good, so hold tight, you'll see some things. Oh yeah, stop sign patch. This is where pretty orange pumpkins grow. Everything's tilled and mended. We all know that already. Soil's bone dry. We haven't any rain for a while. I extended this patch. The original line would be about like that. So we've added approximately 6 foot of the diagonal following the road here, and you can see the freshly tilled ground, how yucky it looks. But I did amend that soil as well. It does not have the organic matter as the main patch. I don't know if you can see it on the camera so much, but I do feel like there's a darker patch from there. You can almost run a line through it. Also extended about 2 foot, maybe a hair more, maybe a hair less on this back side. So we just made the stop sign patch a little bit bigger. Added, I don't know, maybe 150 square foot, 125, 150, something like that, nothing crazy. The intention is this will be my 150 square foot plant. This is where it'll live, and the watermelons are going to live up there. That area down there, I've got something planned for later this season. We'll see how that shakes out. But it won't be long. I'll be stretching some fabric for those watermelons out here, and I'll be taping off the area to meet Mr. Conley's request of showing up where you are, what your plot looks like for the 150. Somebody really needs to pressure wash this mill fabric. Oh, lazy bones. You better get your rest in, because you got some mice, some moles and voles to take care of, my friend. Here we are down in the basement at the grow tent. Check out our light. HLG 480H, our spec. Nice big LED board, looks good. It's adjustable on how much light we actually throw down to these plants, and you can see I have it well above these plants. These here in the back are my 3 watermelon plants. They're stretching out. We're probably the longest ones, 18 to 20 inches. This gal over here, and it's a 298 McCaslin to Rampart rootstock. All 3 of them are all the same thing, all done at the same time, which is pretty interesting to see who's a little bit more aggressive than who isn't. These 2 gals in the back, 1707 Caspers. They're my biggest looking plants, first to germ. Nice looking little starts. Next up, in 1965.5 Rotoballs, and down here one 1965.5 and 1143 POW. That's a green squash. These were slow to germ. This one is not going to be a keeper, but I'm going to let it play out. We're going to see how it shakes out. Why not? Nothing to lose there. That's my first round of germs. Second round of germs is some of mine and some of Pop's. All the way in the back is a 1526 Burchett. Both of them are showing a little bit of green. Those are going to be my 150 plants. I'm going to pick one of them, double plant both. Ruby's next on the list. Next pot's there. Looking good. She's germed up. Just going to make a small plant, get a little Howard dill fruit. Next up is the 1965.5s. Those are for Pops. 2554 Andrus for Pops. And the 2493 Andy Wolf for Pops. Starting to germ, starting to look good. They'll be ready when the soil's ready and the temps are right. As for the tomatoes, what about the tomatoes, Doc? Yeah, the tomatoes. We have the 906s, 2 of those from Mr. Chris Brown, which is really cool. I really appreciate that. And 848s, the Sutherland, I got those from Jeff Tile. Thanks, Jeff, for the seeds. We're going to turn those into a nice big fat tomato. That's our basement for now. 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, everything will be out of here except for probably the tomatoes. Standing up at the top of the key, the main patch. You see I have 2 Hot Huts skeletons sitting I've done today. They need to be skinned out. Hopefully the next few days they'll be skinned out and put in a patch. Here's our rough looking, rough's an understatement. Here's our extremely rough looking pumpkin plant. It's actually 3 plants, 3 1965.5s. These were downstairs. These were my test plants. Not quality seeds, guys. These are real nasty white tips, something I'd never try to grow out. It was just, hey, let's have a little bit of fun and make sure things still hitting on all cylinders downstairs. So I was going to just compost this bad boy. You know, speaking to a friend in New York, and he said, Chris, don't just compost it. He said, I got an idea. It's a great idea. I wish it was my idea. But the general basis was hammer this bad boy with a metocloprid Merit, or a Merit equivalent. And I did. I hammered it probably 100 times or better. It's recommended labeled dosage. Matter of fact, you can still see some white on the soil at 20% of metocloprid. And let it sit out here in the patch. And any bad guys that want to come by and take a little bite, they go bye-bye as well. So frost was coming. I had the ability to move this inside. I decided to just cover it up. And I put 3 or 4 sheets on it, enough to where I thought, oh boy, I might have some leaf damage from the weight of the sheets. Still got cold enough to actually freeze and ruin quite a bit of foliage. Not the end of the world. Matter of fact, the more I thought about it, I thought, hey, it's not a bad thing, because now I have not only the original scent of good healthy plant, I have the scent of detritus, decaying parts of the plant, and it might pull more insects. Now, obviously I want to kill the bad guys. As soon as I start seeing any blooms or anything, I'm gonna pick those off. I don't want the pollinators to fall victim to the metocloprid. Will it help anything? Maybe. Is it gonna hurt anything? Absolutely not, because it was gonna be a compost group of plants anyway. It's kind of fun to see what a plant can handle. And that plant has been put to the limit. So thanks for following along, guys. That's this week's video. Things are gonna get more exciting and better as time goes on. Plants get bigger. Might actually have a pumpkin at some point. That's pretty cool. If you have any questions or comments, you think that nonsense down there is completely crazy, you're probably right. Is it hurting anything? No. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys around. Doc out.